Sometimes it's good to know when it's over. It's good to know when it's time to let it go. And I feel like that's the situation that Arsenal fans are finding themselves right now with Nwaneri. Yes, we wanted the best for him. We wanted him to thrive in Arsenal. We wanted him to come out and then get a position and make it his own. But let us be honest, looking at how things are shaping out, it's not going to work out that way. We already have at the DM positions with Mendy, the likes of Rice, even Luis Kelly that can also play there. At center midfield, we're having Merino, we are having potentially Bruno Guimaraes. At attacking midfield, we're still seeing the likes of Odegaard and Eze. And we are talking about solid players. Like these are players that in different teams they will hold on to these positions and they will not go to the bench. But in our team, based on where we are right now, they are hitting the bench. And when you now ask yourself right now, where does Ethan Nwaneri play? Because based on what I've called for the midfield, there's no position for him to play. Even if we rotated our squad and then, as I said, two 11s, he will not still make it into the starting 11 for the two 11s. So you now say, let us talk about the wing position because that's where we first saw him really dazzle at right wing forward position. At right wing, we have Saka, we have Madueke, and right now, based on stocks, we're having Max Stallman. At left wing, we have Zolis there, we have Martinelli, and we are still looking to bring in Vinicius there. So when you're looking at every place, it seems like there's no place for him. And this is that time that we have to emulate people like Real Madrid, what they did with Nico Paz, sell him, but just put that buyback clause so that potentially if he goes out there and then rediscovers himself and then now shows that he can battle it with the big dogs, and maybe by that time some of the players that we're talking about in this team we have moved them on, we can go and buy him back. If we see that okay, maybe potentially our buyback clause, when we say if we sell for maybe yeah, just give or take 60 million, right? And our buyback clause is like 80 million. And then he goes here and he performs and shows that he's a 100 million signing. We can still buy him back and still sell him again. See what Real Madrid did with this Nico Pass situation, it was brilliant. That's the truth. It was a brilliant deal. And I feel like we as the fans, we have to learn to put our feelings away and think about this whole situation financially. Nwaneri is not doing anything in Arsenal right now. He's a good player. He's a talented player. He still has age on his side. You understand? Like what? Maybe he's entering 20. So he has a lot of years on, but he needs game time. He needs to be sold to a club that will utilize him. I'm not talking about loans, no. I'm not talking about loans anymore. Because if you are loaning a player that is 17 or 18, it's understandable, but he's already hitting 20. Right now, he should have his as a solid minutes. He should be a solid starter in a team. And there are many teams that he will ball at. You understand? If he even if he goes to Newcastle, right, he's still going to make a lot of waves there. So I feel like it's high time that Arsenal fans accept it, and even Arsenal, we need to sell it at 1 year. Sell him, put a buyback clause on him, and then if he balls, we can bring him back in the future. But if he doesn't, then we know that we have made pure profit off our academy player.